Hey ho people, it's Starloads from Kirill from SWTOR.com, and we're about to take a look at the last 7 days of gaming news. And obviously we go to UnitLost.com and we start going through the news posts because we are the best gaming news website in the world. That may be a lie, but we are to us and to our amazing fans. And I'm starting to sound like I'm an absolute gonk. So
let's move on quickly.
Let's move on rapidly. So we've got an Arkham City Mr. Freeze trailer on the website. Go check it out. Just shows you crazy Mr. Freeze and Batman kicking him around and him freezing Batman. It's kind of crazy stuff. There's some Dota 2 screenshots as well, but we'll go into more detail about that even when I can talk later on in the crazy recording, because there's a lot of Dota 2 news coming out, especially in the last couple of days. We've got a Red Orchestra 2 trailer, which
I never played it ever. No. The first one, so it's
I
a
never
bit
played
of a
the
mystery
first one.
to me.
I don't know. I don't really go on.
It could be interesting. I mean, it looks interesting, but the trailer didn't really tell you anything. It was a bit of live action. There was a little bit of gameplay, but it was mostly a granddad playing on a laptop, which is like fair enough. But what does this mean for the game? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of funny, sort of. It was alright, but I mean, hopefully we'll get access to Red Orchestra 2 and we can do some recordings of that, and especially in Is It Pure, because it'd be interesting to get that done, having not played the older games, so we're not really tainted by the first one. But although the first one is meant to be quite good, so maybe we did miss out not playing it. Who knows? And then there was an interview with Min Ling Tan, the Razer boss guy. Now, it wasn't really an interview, it was just a marketing stunt to try and show off their various branded gaming products, which hilariously they say, oh yeah, it's designed for World of Warcraft, it's designed for Star Wars The Old Republic, it's designed for what other game, StarCraft. They seem to have a good, it's designed for Diablo 3, so they've got some deals going down with Blizzard, that which is for sure. But the thing is, bloke, what are they?
They look suspiciously to me just like their normal stuff with a fancy picture put on it.
Yeah,
which I could do that to my keyboard. Stick a nice picture of Jim Raynor on it and claim that it was StarCraft 2 related, but it wouldn't be.
Yeah, but if it's StarCraft 2 related, you've got to change the LEDs to blue as well.
Oh yeah, that's true. Mine's red.
Terrible.
No. What would it? Cataclysm. You can have Cataclysm.
Yeah, this is Cataclysm. Get a little Cataclysm sticker and stick it on. So, whatever.
I'll be selling those for £100 each.
but if Razer do want to send us some free gear, we'll gladly review it, because we're looking to move into hardware reviews. You better believe it. So the next little bit is there's a Naval War Arctic Circle teaser trailer was released by Paradox. Now, I don't actually know anything about the game, hilariously, but there's a trailer, so go check it out on the website. Then
next thing, Dota 2 or Defense of the Ancients 2, if you want to be all posh and actually, say the title of the game. There was a trailer from Gamescom that showed the shopkeeper lad, who looks almost like some sort of dwarf but massive. I don't know, he looks a bit odd. Friendly but creepy at the same time. But he's asking you what makes a warrior and all this kind of thing. Is it magic or strength? Because he's got the guts to see you through, basically.
Yeah, so I don't think it shows any in-game footage at all. It's just all pre-rendered stuff.
It is. It was.
You know what? Hang on. No, stop. I'm gonna have a rant here. I hate this pre-rendered stuff. I don't mind it, but it's like it doesn't show you anything about the game. It's like, oh, here you go. Have a massive Well, like that other one, that bloody Heroes Might and Magic one. What the hell was that? Oh yeah, we've got a bit of CGI pre-rendered crap. Looks nothing like the game. Get lost. I'm sick of them. I'm absolutely sick of them. Take us on to the next bit of news, because I can't handle this. I just can't handle it.
Well, the next one was Borderlands 2 teaser trailer.
I played the first one and never liked it.
No, I didn't like it. I only played it for about 20 minutes or so. I think it was, those little trial things you can get from other people on Steam.
Yeah.
I seem to remember getting one of those ones, but I didn't think much of it. It just felt like any other first-person shooter, but cel-shaded to me. But they're apparently making some changes, and the trailer was all right, but Borderlands in it.
Terrible damage.
It's not going to be much different from the first one.
No, well, I mean, I didn't like it anyway, so there you go. That's my judgment on it. Is it pure? No. Devil May Cry. I don't know anything about Devil May Cry. I've never played any Devil May Cry games at all.
I used to play Devil May Cry quite a lot, and the trailer was absolutely ridiculous, the one they released for Gamescom. But at the same time, it was awesome because it's just everything's over the top. It's like, think Space Marine. Everything's stupid and overdone.
What, are you saying you're saying it's going to be of the calibre of Space Marine? Is that what you're saying to me?
No. Just think along similar lines in terms of excessiveness.
Right.
I'm not saying it's no way. No.
Okay, well, maybe I'll check it out. I don't know. I'll be watching UnitLost.com for more coverage of it. That's what I'll be doing, like a good lad. Then we've got Skyrim screenshots. Now, this is are these the face screenshots or just the pictures? Yeah, they're
the races.
Yeah, well, it shows the faces, don't it? It's like I remember all the kerfuffle around Oblivion, and the fact the faces look absolutely diabolical. And in my opinion, Morrowind faces look better. That's quite bad. Here's our new engine. But by the way, the game we made years previous, the models look better. Sorry. Oh dear. But Skyrim does look to have redeemed itself in that department. In fact, it looks to have redeemed itself in every single department possible.
It is worth having a look at them, but I will warn you all in advance. While I do like the Elder Scrolls, I have to admit I've never really properly got into them, and as such, I've no idea what any of the races actually are. So when you hover over a picture and see the words "a lizard man type affair," that is as close to real information as you're going to get from that post. So you're just going to have to deal with it and just make your own judgments.
Well, did you hear that then?
No.
That's all right. Remember to cut this bit out, Tom. So the orc fella, I think he looks the best, to be honest. He looks better than the Oblivion orc, but you know, I'm gagging to get on Skyrim. The thing with Skyrim and Elder Scrolls games is they get massive hype, and it's like loads and loads of hype. Now Oblivion was a good game, but the fact you could just fast travel across the continent, even though it was a big game, it made it feel really small, and it was like, I just found myself running around with a claymore smashing people in. There was no like tactics or anything involved, but it looks like Skyrim's going to change that. So, and also the music, it just sells me every single bloody time.
They have got, the music is some of the best I've heard in the game recently. I have to admit, for me, every time I see it, I just think I want the soundtrack at the very least, even if I don't want the game.
So the next port of call, even, you see what I've done there? World of Battleships. Now,
yes.
Do you remember when we played World of Tanks? If only we were recording for Unit Lost at the time. Because I do believe that was absolutely retarded.
It was brilliant in that what the hell am I doing with my life kind of way.
Well, I remember playing it. I mean, it was the beta, so it wasn't live, although it kind of was, because I think didn't it have like an epic beta? But you could fire the tank shell and it would just hit the target. There was no like, you know, you had to like drop it in. You just fired at the tank. It was like, you want some of this? You want some of this? Crazy game. But obviously it's the same thing with Battleships, ain't it?
I'd imagine I'm going to be playing this. I want to get into the beta. I want to play World of Battleships because it's just going to be like World of Tanks, but scaled up to a massive degree. If you got like full-on battleships,
you get like the Bismarck and the Yamato and all the Nimitz aircraft carrier. That'd be a bit unfair though, because that's like a nuclear aircraft carrier against World War II ships. What? Mental. There's also World of Warplanes as well. They're going crazy. They are. Who is it? Wargaming.net. Crazy madness. And there's a title here which just says totally rubbish, Prototype 2. I never played the first one, so I can't really comment on this one.
It's the footage, like the trailer they gave for Gamescom. It's just terrible. It's like, I know less for having seen it about the game than before. It was just a terrible, terrible trailer that showed absolutely nothing, and I do not know why they displayed it. That's it. That's all I've got to say about it.
Oh, but then we've got a King Arthur 2 trailer from Gamescom. As most of the stuff comes from Gamescom this time of the year. You know, I like King Arthur 1. King Arthur 1 even. King Arthur 2 just looks like it's a better game. So it's the same game but with better graphics and better camera controls and all kinds of stuff. So I am looking forward to that. And it also, the gameplay trailer, it shows gameplay. Oh my god. Oh my god, what a revelation. So go check that out. It's on unitlost.com. I'm going to keep saying that URL like a craze, unitlost.com. But there's another thing here, Mr. Kirioff, Warhammer Online. Good lord.
Yeah, it's it's interesting. It's called Wrath of Heroes, or Wrath of Heroes, if you want to actually, you know, say it properly, because I believe that's how you pronounce that word. They've taken like their MMO wizardry and decided to create a 6v6 battle game. It looks a bit cartoony, but it could be worth a look if it's free, I hasten to add. But
I remember the PvP in Warhammer Online itself was pretty good, although it was buggy. I remember the I think we had quite a good time playing that. I remember the lighthouse level and the one in like a jungly swamp. And I remember I was playing as the was it a guardian or something? I was a tank class anyway. I was a dwarf, whatever their tank was, and you could physically block the other players, so it was dead good. It was like, yeah, I'm a tank in PvP. And I'm actually tanking stuff, you know, like I'm blocking people and pushing them away from the front lines. But then, of course, they just started to lag past you, and then it was all pointless because it could behind you and kill the healer.
It was a shame, 'cause it was a good game, but that could be worth looking out for, that Wrath of Heroes, depending on what they do with it. Yeah,
it could be a nice little game. It looks like it's trying to go into the kind of League of Legends style of things, like with a slightly different take on it. So we've got co-op for Battlefield 3 now. Let me rant about this for a second. They displayed the co-op on a PS3 and it looked absolutely rancid. It was like the presentation itself was so rehearsed and gosh, it was like, what is this about? Now I understand that PCs are not, what's the word, sexy, are they? Like a PS3, oh it kind of is. An Xbox, oh it kind of is. Battlefield, no, and EA, no, it's going to sell masses on the PC anyway. So what they're doing is like, oh, we'll show you it on a PS3, and it's like to try and sell it to them. But why didn't they just show it on a PC? I mean, even hell, I mean, what they could do is just sit there with an Xbox controller or something, playing it on the PC. The idiots would think it was off the Xbox, but it's off on the PC, so it looks amazing. And in fact, I think companies have been doing that, which is dodgy. But I don't get it. I don't get why they displayed it on a PS3. It's like, apart from the marketing thing, it's like it made the game look crap, and I was like, this is shite. What the hell is this?
Yeah, I have to admit, when they picked up the controls and stuff, I was thinking, so you've got a game with a brand new engine with amazing things that it can do graphically, and you're showing it on something that cannot display it to its full quality. Like, why would you do that?
But then we come to something which is 120,000% pure, which is the 64-man Caspian border video. Now, you need to go and watch this, and actually, is it in 1080p? I think it is, because I think I'm going to just embed this into this clip, because it was absolutely pure. Maybe I won't, because we'll be talking. No, actually, maybe I will. Yeah, I will. I will. You're watching it right now. It's crazed. It's absolutely crazed. The jets flying round. The massive battle. The start with all the jeeps going down. What the hell? What the hell? The helicopter flying over the tank. What the hell?
Yeah,
what the hell?
That was one of my favourite moments of that entire thing, where there's like a massive convoy of vehicles going across the field, and then a chopper goes past at the same height as a tank. I was just like, I want
and
this
the sound.
right now.
Oh, Jesus Christ! It's going to be the best multiplayer game all year, surely. Surely. And it's probably going to be the best shooter ever, ain't it? It's got to be multiplayer shooter for pure action. I mean, you can get bombed by a jet, blown up by an Apache, artillery. Probably killed on a jet ski or something like Bad Company 2. I don't know. It looks absolutely 120,000% pure, like I said. Good Lord. I'm frothing at the mouth. Good Lord. Good actual Lord. Like it even says, good Lord. 64 players, jets, helicopters, tanks, anti-air guns, bombs, disposal robots, guns, explosions, everything. I cannot wait for this game. Good Lord. Good actual Lord. That's Mr. Kirioff's words even.
That sums up the way I feel about it.
Okay, so the next little bit we've got is Hard Reset, which is a funky game.
The studio name's my favourite. Flying Wild Hog.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I think they're a Polish developer even, and it looks... To me, when I was watching it, you know the Unreal Tech demo with a guy with the cigar, who jumps around fighting all the robots? It kind of looks like that. Like the same style, like a cyberpunky Blade Runner style environment, kind of like Deus Ex, but a little bit more punky. Because Deus Ex Human Revolution looks more sleeker. But yeah, I mean, it looks interesting. You've got a gun and it's got a couple of different firing modes. Yeah, I mean, it's one to watch out for. Hopefully, we'll be able to get some Is It Pure up about that and give a good definitive overview of the game. Be interesting. And then we got some Mass Effect 3 screenshots. Now, right, Mass Effect is probably... Well, I've played Gears of War, and I like that. I like Mass Effect, yeah? And I like Pro Evolution football, not soccer. Although it's called PES. I hate FIFA, that's crap. They are the only console games I've ever played, right? Apart from the odd beat 'em up every now and again and whatever. But I obviously never really played that much on a console. But I did like Mass Effect. I played that on the PC, Mass Effect 2. That was good, I enjoyed it. It was on rails, but it was a good story. But we've got Mass Effect 3, which just looks like it's the same graphics engine to me.
Yeah, I have to admit, I was expecting them to do something a bit more sort of flamboyant with this one, but they seem to have stuck with what they know and just...
I think half the issue is the fact that the consoles are so old. And it's like, well, we've got a graphics engine, we can't do anything more. So let's just do the same thing again, but change the story, I don't know. But I don't get why they've slapped their bloody Mass Effect 3 logo on everything. It's like, this is Mass Effect 3. I mean, what are they doing it for? In case somebody nicks the screenshot? What the hell? Oh, it's got Shepard in it. I wonder what game this is. Oh. Crazy.
It does spoil it a bit as well when you're looking at the images full size, because you're like looking around and you just get to it and it's like bang, you're not going to be able to see what's behind that. Just no, you ain't seeing it.
It is stupid.
Keep them subtle at least.
What we got? What's next then? What's next on the agenda?
Oh, we've got the Secret World trailer from Gamescom.
Oh,
now that was the Secret World looks funky. I don't really know what it is, only that it looks intriguing. It's like a sort of
did Funcom make it, MMO, or are they making it? The Age of Conan lot. I think it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. But it looks. Just looks weird. I don't know what to make of it. I think it's one of those games that you need to have a hands-on really to get an idea of what it's really about. But it's all about conspiracy theories and myths and legends, and they're all real. So you've all got like psychics and monsters and yeah.
So if anybody's got a clue, let us know.
yeah.
The Dota 2 beta sign up is on, although I do believe that it's impossible. Let me just check for you right now. Bit of live checking. Yeah, you can't actually sign up while the international Dota 2 championships are being live streamed. So hopefully that'll come back when the live stream is off, which is a bit mad. But there you go. That's how they roll. They're a bit crazy, but yeah. Then we've got a Mass Effect 3 squad leader trailer, which just basically shows off some Mass Effect 3 combat. Go check it out. Now we've got Mr. Kirioff's Limbo review, and I'm sure he'd like to talk to you about this.
Limbo is pure.
Good
There was an Is It Pure video, obviously, as there would be. But I played.
There's also a playthrough being filmed as well.
Yeah, I've not even completed Limbo yet, but it's possibly one of. I'd go so far as to say it's one of the best games that's been released this year so far, if not like top for me, because it's just everything about it is just perfectly done. Graphics are brilliant, the sound is amazing, the puzzles are just right. They're not like blindingly obvious, but they're not so like stupid that you can't ever figure them out. It's just I'm in love with the game. I'll play it through about 8 times probably. It's just that good.
Crazed. So there you go, a massive glowing review of Kirioff. And also you can check out the Is It Pure on our YouTube channel, which you're obviously on now. But I'll stick a link in the description to the Limbo review by Kirioff. I suggest you read it. And I suggest you read it now. Well, no, not now because you're listening to us, but you read it after us. That's it. Good lad or girl or whatever. Then I was watching the first Dota 2 international tournament game between, I believe it was between EG Home and IG or somebody like that. I'm not exactly up on my Dota 2 pro gaming teams, but I took about 50 screenshots and slapped them into unit lost. I'll stick a description again in the a link in the description. I won't stick a description in the description. I keep saying that, but no. So what I'll do is I'll give you a link to that in the description, but there's loads of screenshots. However, Mr. Kirioff, I do believe there were issues with this stream.
There were slight, ever so slight issues. Just the odd little niggling, things like the game stopping, for instance. That was always interesting when you got lag across a network event.
You mean stopped by referee?
Oh yeah, stopped by referee. This is the thing that bugged me, right? Every time the game lagged out, which it did frequently, let's not sort of say, oh no, well it was largely a success. No, it lagged out every 5 minutes pretty much. It would lag out very painfully and obviously, and then it would say match paused by referee, and you get a holding screen.
And you'd even have the chat off the players, lag.
Yeah, I wanted a bit of transparency and honesty. What I wanted to see was experiencing technical difficulties or lag, or just something other than we've paused it, because they blatantly hadn't paused it. It had clearly broken every time. But I don't know, the whole thing. It was a good idea, but I don't think they were prepared. I mean, I know you can sort of say, oh yeah, well Valve said it's coming out in 2011. Well, it's not now, so we'll cover that in a little bit. But I don't think they were ready for this. I think they should have waited a bit, or at least tried to.
How can they not be ready for it though? Because to me, it didn't look like it was the game that was the problem. It was just the network. So whatever they were playing it over didn't have enough bandwidth or whatever available, so it kept collapsing. But hang on a minute. Last time I looked, Valve are not, and in fact, wasn't Big Bad Gabe in Financial Times as the first gaming billionaire or something retarded? I mean, what the hell? It's not like they haven't got enough money. They could hire the best people in the business to get it done. I mean, there's $1 million prize, and it's like that was shocking. I couldn't believe I was sat there watching it. I thought, well, first of all, there was no commentators for me. I think there was some Chinese commentators, and then they went, and then there was none. And I'm like, okay, and it was like kind of dull and boring, like it was taking way too long for the game to finish. Like the combat seemed to go on for ages against the minions, and some of the champions looked, well, they just looked like minions. They didn't look anything special. It was kind of shocking, that was. Especially if you play League of Legends.
The champion design I thought was just bland. I mean, I know League of Legends is a bit more cartoony, and the graphic style is cell shaded, like, so it is like very bright and it stands out a lot. But this is Defense of the Ancients 2. It's got to look good, and it did not look good. It looked like Diablo 3 without the brightness. To me, that's what it looked like. The environment.
Yeah, it looked brown, didn't it?
Yeah, it was just brown and dark green, and the heroes were brown, and the abilities were brown, and it was all brown. It was just not. I didn't like the look of it at all. So I hope they do something to make it look a bit more.
It needs a bit of work, doesn't it? It needs a bit of work graphically as well. But it did look polished. It did look polished, but it looks like it needs a little bit more work in the sense of, like Kirioff was just saying, like it needs a little bit more. I mean, the spell effects look really good, but that was kind of the only thing really going for it. And also the spectator, the commentator overlay looked good as well, which is obviously, we're heavily interested in that because it's what we'll be doing with it. If it's got any worth, that is, of course, if it's indeed pure or not. The next thing we've got is a Nexus 2 concept trailer. Now, I watched this. I've not played the first Nexus. It looks pretty good. I think it's a space sim. It's got to be a space sim. Is it? Do you know anything about this?
You see, I never played Nexus, but by all accounts, it's meant to be a very good RTS Nexus. So Nexus 2.
Oh, is it an RTS? It's not a space sim then.
Yeah. It passed
hang
me
on.
by,
What is
but
this?
by all accounts.
What the hell? I was addicted to Homeworld. How the hell did I not know about this? I need to get this then. I need to get the first one. Is it on Steam? I bet it is. Good lord.
It must be.
I'll have to Google that and find out.
But so, they released a concept trailer, but then I think they later released an actual trailer saying that they were going to make the game. So that could be worth looking out for.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll hopefully, as I say, all the new games coming out, we'll get them up as Is It Pure on the channel. Go into them in detail. And also some specific games, will have reviews written from. But you got to keep your eyes on unilost.com to find that out, or follow us on Twitter. Like good chaps, links in the description. Not descriptions in the link. Okay, so we got Guild Wars 2 trailer from Gamescom. Now there's a lot of these Guild Wars 2 things. Guild Wars 2 to me looks, I mean, I've seen the one with the dragon, which was like a 100-man raid on this dragon, and it was like, what the hell? It looked like there was loads of stuff going on. The graphics looked, damn well impressive for an MMO. And it just looked like this is a game I could probably see myself playing for God knows how long. And when I say that, I'm talking years, unless it's a catastrophe. But it really looks like it's everything that's familiar. Yet somehow it seems to deliver an extra layer of. Well, basically, it's not dumb like World of Warcraft, which is what pisses me off with that game, or pissed me off with that game until I just jacked it in.
I have to admit, I'm starting to. I never played the original Guild Wars. I mean, I think like you, I went with World of Warcraft, but it looks ridiculously good. Guild Wars 2 does. The designs look amazing. The abilities look absolutely quality. Mind
blowing. The cities do. It's like what? Yeah. Crazy. The next thing we've got is some Aliens Colonial Marine screenshots. Now, the last AVP game was a disgrace, and I'm just going to say it. I feel sick when I see it at the top of my Steam games list.
I know.
Sorry, second, because I think Amnesia's at the top.
Yeah. I don't know whether I've mentioned this before. I may have done, but I'll regale you with the story again. I installed AVP, played it, and it was terrible. And so I uninstalled it. Unfortunately, it is stuck in Steam. You can get them removed, apparently, if you speak to an admin at some
point.
You?
I'll be doing that.
I may well do. But I came across the disc for AVP because I hated it that much that I threw it across the room and it got lost, so I could never send it back and get the money back. But I found it, and so when I found it, I burnt it, literally. I got out, those chef's torches.
Yeah, like where you do what's it called? Is it flambe? Yeah, something like that.
Well, I had a little blowtorch, so I took it outside and I burned the disc to a crisp and then stamped on it. So that is how little I liked the last AVP game. So Aliens Colonial Marines better be pretty damn good to even make me think about looking at it, let alone trying it.
I mean, it does look pretty good from the screenshots, but then again, screenshots don't tell you anything today. You need to see gameplay footage. That's why everybody subscribes to Unit Lost Tube on YouTube, because it's the best. Now, son, we've got another MMO. Now, I knew nothing about this MMO until the news popped up on Gamescom, and I think RPS had a lot of exclusive stuff about it. Unfortunately, I can't exactly tell you anything about it because it was just a load of pre-rendered crap. I mean, I suppose it shows off the races, if there's only 3 races in the game, and it's kind of cartoony and stupid. And
can you just before I just need to check something. NCSoft, did they produce the Star Trek MMO?
No.
Was that them?
No, that was Cryptic. That was Cryptic.
Yes,
that was.
What's NCSoft done? Because I can't
Aeon.
remember them. Oh right.
Lineage.
Oh,
Lineage
God.
Aeon, loads of Korean MMO style things. Because Aeon, see, I remember when I got Aeon, that was terrible damage. I was looking at it and I was just absolutely gagging for a new game, and I'm like, I think I was playing Warcraft at the time, and I was like, I was bored with that, and what can I do? What shall I do? Blah blah blah. Aeon looked to be graphically amazing, and to be fair to it, it was at the time. The graphics on Aeon were like, friggin' hell, this looks pretty good. This does for an MMO. The problem was, it was just, you were on rails, which is hilarious for an MMO. You just literally ran around a path doing quests, and you just killed monsters. That was it, the whole game, and it was terrible. And it was a rancid Korean grinder, one which I never want to talk about again, because I think I probably played it for about 10 hours, give or take an hour, and that was it. So it was a total waste of money. But if you like Aeon, let us know in the comments why you like Aeon, because I don't exactly have the best viewpoint on it, but to me it did seem a bit horribly grindy. Now, the next thing we've got, which is dear to our hearts, isn't it, Mr. Kirioth? Dear to our hearts indeed.
Oh God, it's pure. That's what we've got. We've got purity. Paradox revealed War of the Roses, which
just looks like a better Mountain Blade multiplayer.
Yeah.
Oh my
what it
God.
does, I'll give you a quote. War of the Roses puts players into a team-based multiplayer melee combat experience. You ride out as a band of knights, ploughing into chaotic battles against hordes armed with various medieval paraphernalia, as I put it. So,
also on the trailer, it comes up with the name of our home county at the very start, yeah. And we were like, well, I cannot believe this. And also, we do believe that the castle is most probably Stafford Castle.
Yeah.
So somebody from Paradox is watching this, and let it confirm that for us.
I hope it is, because that would just make it even better. But what they do, right, is you've got like a progression thing. So you go from being a disgusting peasant to an unstoppable armoured killing machine.
Claymore in hand.
Yeah.
The Swedes with a claymore. Goodbye.
I cannot.
Oh my God.
I just want it now. That's what I want. I don't want to wait for it. Could they just send it to us now, even if it's not finished? I want to play it.
There'll be loads of stuff on the channel about that, no doubt, because it sounds like the type of crazed game we'll be crazy into. The next thing I've got is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 is going to feature dedicated servers. Now, let me just give you my viewpoint on this. I do believe that this is just an attempt to fight back at the fact Battlefield 3 is going to wipe this out in the PC market by saying, look, we'll give you dedicated servers. Now, it doesn't really mean anything to me, because to be honest, I don't care. I don't know whether it means anything to you, but I'm guessing it don't.
Well, the thing that I like is the fact that if this was any other first-person shooter that was online, it wouldn't even be mentioned because it would just be assumed. But due to dubious decisions made in the past regarding dedicated servers, they've had to make it a press announcement. So I think that says it all. They've actually had to make it news that they're going to do what every other first-person shooter has done. Great.
Goodbye. Don't come back. The next thing is Warhammer 40k Space Marine weapons trailer, which just looks crazy. So get your ass over there and watch it. Massive killing over the top. Yeah.
Shortly after that, though, just to add to the win, there was a World of Battleship screenshots dump from Wargaming. So if you want to see some battleships getting destroyed, that's the place to go.
You know what? Some of the models, though, the battleships look dead good. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
It's almost like they've got a little bit of cell shading on the go. This time, instead of like with World of Tanks, it kind of didn't. But it looks absolutely crazy, that does.
The next thing was, this was news I had no idea about. Apparently Crytek have got a game called Warface.
What? What the hell? Oh no, I do know about this. I heard about this some time ago. It's that one that's only available in you said here, in Korea.
Yeah, it's like a crazy online thing, like co-op multiplayer something or other. But apparently it's coming over to the West, so look out for Warface.
Warface. Bloody hell. Oh look, it's almost like we're advertising Razer. Or did I do the other post? I think I did. So I can't hate on Ryko for it. But we've got Battlefield 3 stuff now from Razer, which what's that? The Razer Imperator. Imperator, is it?
Which sounds kind of solid, to be honest.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's their most expensive mouse, ain't it? Beyond the, is it the Mamba or something? That wireless one, that's about 200 quid or something mental. I don't know.
Yeah.
But look, they've just stuck a Battlefield sticker on it. What difference is there? None. Extreme comfort, go away. So I ain't buying their stuff, unless they want to send it to me and I'll do a review.
I'm going to stick a Battlefield sticker on my microphone and sell it on for massive profit.
I want to stick a unit loss sticker on everything and sell it for massive profit. Maybe I should try and sell my car or something and just stick a unit loss sticker on the bumper and say, look, this is a unit loss car. Instantly worth 10 grand more. What do you reckon? No, I don't think it would. So, I'll let you do this one.
Yeah, well, we're big fans of Ubisoft. But sorry, no, that's a lie.
They publish Heroes though, and I like that game, and it's like,
yeah, I like Assassin's Creed, but that doesn't stop Ubisoft being a bunch of idiots. I mean, it's the problem is basically that From Dust was finally released after the last-minute delay, which apparently did not stop it from being a useless console port with no graphics options, capped at 30 frames per second, and with little to no ability to use the mouse. But we'll gloss over that, because that's not a problem. Oh no. Well, you know, they said it would not require a constant internet connection to play.
I remember.
Well, it did.
Oh dear.
Which is sort of lying, I think is the English phrase for that.
Indeed.
But
false advertising. They should be sued in court.
People have got their money back on Steam because of the Sale of Goods Act, right? That's how silly that's got. But the thing is, they've now clarified it. You do not require a constant internet connection to play the game. You just require one when you launch the game. Once you've launched the game and have verified it's yours across the interwebs, you can then disconnect from the interwebs and play your game.
Oh dear.
Yes. So that still means that if you haven't got the internet, you can't play the game, which is in effect exactly the same as not being able to play it without a constant internet connection.
And at what point is From Dust multiplayer? 0 points.
This is the other thing as well. A completely single-player game
and
requires a constant...
It just gets worse. The best is when they were deleting the comments off the forum, and then they edited them, and then it's just a total mess off them. They're just clowns. I don't know what they're doing. It's like, just get out of my bloody face, idiots.
They're either just lying to people left, right, and centre.
I don't think they know what's going on in house today. That's a problem.
Or they're just massively incompetent. So it's your choice as to pick your poison.
The next thing we've got is LOL Chronicles of Kirioth. Now, we're not going to go into detail of that here, but you need to get on the website and read that, because it's an ongoing League of Legends series where Kirioth details his LOL life, if you will.
My adventures in LOL land.
Link in the description. Good lord. And then we've got another bit of I think Ryko's a bit of a Razer fan. We've got another bit of Ryko with this Athene guy who's an absolute... I mean, his whole persona of being some kind of elite gamer thing's retarded, but it obviously works because he gets God knows how many views, and he's obviously been employed here by Razer to go around with some other, dare I say it, douchebag guy.
And some other gentleman, I think, is
another chap. Anyway, watch the clip if you're so interested. The next thing though, this is that thing I was on about with the Dragon and Guild Wars 2. It's absolutely crazy, this is. You need to check this out. Link in the description again. But it's absolutely just crazy. It's like, if you think you've seen a raid, although what I would say, some of the older games like EverQuest and whatever, they did have big raids, and but for the World of Warcraft crowd, this thing is like, it'll just blow you away before you've ever played this World of Warcraft. Then we've got some... Now, I don't really like Team Fortress 2. I'll come out and say that as well. For me, it's just a bit like...
childish?
Well, it ain't that. It's just like, it's an FPS game, but there's no skill. You just... Well, I say there's no skill. There's no, like, Twitch skill. You're just firing, and it's like, I don't like it, so I'm going to be negative about it anyway. But this whole deal with giving away stuff in a free game when you buy a paid game is just a little bit cheap, really.
I have to admit, I'm getting thoroughly sick of every bloody game that's released on Steam having some sort of bloody hat. I'm sick of hats. I don't care about hats. I mean, fine, fair enough. Team Fortress 2 has gone free to play, so anyone can play it, and you still get unlocks and stuff. But the fact of the matter is, I log on to the game, I run around, and everyone's wearing a stupid hat, and that is not why I want to play the game. I have no interest in people's hats, and as such, I no longer have any interest in Team Fortress 2, because it's full of bloody hats.
Good lord.
That's
like
pretty
Warhammer's PvP as well, with the type of control points and that. But then again, I suppose you could say that's kind of like World of Warcraft and blah, blah, blah. What's the next thing we've got?
Trine,
I think it is, isn't it? Trine.
Either
shows
way.
how much we know.
Yeah, it's a co-op trailer for Trine, Trini 2.
Trini.
I know nothing of the game, so yeah, there you go.
I also know nothing of the game. I know it's co-op, so it'll be featured on Is It Pure? Good day to you, sir and madam. Now, well, the next thing we've got, sir, is Star Wars The Old Republic live stream. That was from Gamescom. It's obviously not live anymore because it's finished, or I think it's finished, unless it's a massive long live stream. But let me just talk to you a bit about Star Wars The Old Republic. They were doing a raid, or they called it a raid. I think they had about 8, 9, 10 players maybe. I don't remember the exact number, but it wasn't a lot. Although the guy narrating it, or like giving the presentation to the crowd in front of the massive projector, was like, loads of people are here, and I thought, no, they're not. I've just watched the Guild Wars 2 Dragon demo, and there was like 100 people. Well, there was like about 50 people there, and the guy was saying it scales up to like 100 and then beyond. I mean, what the hell? So I thought, this looks a bit shocking. The worst thing though was, like, they went into combat and it looked like, I suppose immersive's the word, it just didn't look very immersive at all. It was like, the big tank guy runs in, I think he was a Juggernaut, a big Sith lad with a big one lightsaber, and he was using the Force or something to protect himself. He runs in and the droids start attacking him, but of course the droids are all ranged, ain't they? So they're shooting him, and it's like they're like 10 foot away from him. He's rolling around and doing God knows what, but it just looked like they'd walked into a static line of defence. The AI was just nothing. It was like World of Warcraft AI. They just, target you, come over and attack you. You know, it struck me as if the droids were standing together and you attacked one, the other droid there would just think, what's going on to my mate there? I don't know what's going on. I don't care, it's not my problem. Wait, his turn to be killed, and I was like, this doesn't look very good at all. I don't know whether you've seen any of the footage, like, but
I saw a bit of it. I wasn't impressed, to be honest. I'm not too fussed about Star Wars anyway, because it just doesn't look to be on the same level as some of the other games that are being released soon. It looks a bit dated, and it shouldn't look dated because it's brand new. But yeah, in comparison to the Guild Wars 2 one, it was just like, boys, what are you doing? Don't show this now. You're just going to get shown up.
I mean, you got to ask yourself, if it was called, I don't know, Space Man in the Old World, Universe, Planet, Stabber Man, would it be as good? Just make as many sales with the engine it's got, with the mechanics it's got? No, it wouldn't, would it, bloke? Let's face it.
No.
And let's also face, they could just bloody wrap any old crap in the Star Wars name and it'd sell anyway, regardless. The question, or well, rather, the what kind of simile can I use for this? I think that's the right word, and it was the grammar man. The meat is in the pie. No, that don't work. We need Clarkson here. He'd come up with a good one. What I'm trying to say is, like, in a few months' time, we'll find out then whether Star Wars The Old Republic's got any worth, because people will just start leaving the game if there's no content, or it proves to be too single-player orientated, or it proves to be this, or it proves to be that. It could be a success, but I think we could be looking at probably the biggest gaming flop in recent years, or possibly ever, because wasn't it like 300 mil to make or something?
It's been something ridiculous like that. They really do need it to do very well to cover the cost of making it.
Well, that's why it's priced so much, ain't it? The box sets, bloody hell.
150 quid or something, one of them is.
Do you get a real Yoda with that?
Yeah.
Right, yo. So the last bit of news we've got is Battlefield 3 will have no server browser.
Yeah. it's interesting, different, intriguing, terrible. You can take your pick out of all of them words. Basically, Mr. Alan Kurtz, as I believe the gentleman is known, who was a senior designer on Battlefield 3, was on Twitter answering a few questions about the game, and the question came up, what's going on with multiplayer and so on, and we basically got round to the fact that, well, I say we, whoever was talking to him, because I wasn't doing the interview, like I just made it sound. I was interviewing Mr. Kurtz, and no. It's basically, he said that battle log, the thing you go to for all your kill death ratios and your stats and your mate stats and your clan stats and some lad in America stats. Well, that is going to be the PC. Yeah, that's going to be the PC main menu. But you don't load up the game and pick what you want to do in the game. You load up battle log in possibly your browser. Now, I don't know whether it's your actual internet browser, so like for instance in my case Chrome. I don't know whether I load up Chrome, go to battle log, and then pick a server and join the game, or have a look at my friends list and then join one of their games, or click, I don't know why you click single player in a Battlefield game, but you might do. But it's looking a bit dodgy, because I don't understand why they haven't integrated the server browser into the game, because on the console versions they have. So on the console one, you stick the disc in, you want to play multiplayer, you go on the server browser, you pick your server, you're away.
What I don't understand is, they say the game's going to be instant. I mean, he says, the quote is that that's the way the game is designed. We can skip a loading menu so they can reduce the time. It's like, well, you can't, can you? Because you've still got to load the game in. It's not like you're sitting there on your desktop. Okay, I'm going to play a game of Battlefield. You're joining it instantly in the game. You've still got to load the game in. Yeah, if you're loading the game up, if you think to yourself, I'm going to play Battlefield, right? So you click on the EXE, it comes up, EA, DICE, whatever, crap intro, you're skipping all this crap. You're now on the server screen, yeah? You've kind of loaded a bit of the game in then, if you get my drift. Like, you've not obviously loaded the maps in or whatever, because you ain't got enough RAM for that, and you need to know what map you're going to go on, whatever. But you're kind of in the game, then you can launch it. But what they're saying is they've got rid of that, so you can just look in your browser or whatever the hell they supply, like maybe it's like League of Legends, I don't know, and just think, okay, I'm going to play on that server. As you double click it, it auto runs the game. The screen will just go black and it'll come up, connect to the server, and then you'll be in the game. Now, if that's the case, I haven't really got much of an issue with it, because I can see myself spending a lot of time on the battle log anyway, looking at stats, because I do it with Bad Company too. When I was playing that all the time, I'd look at the various stats websites that were up for that. So I don't know, for me it ain't actually too bad, but it's going to depend on how it actually works out,
Yeah, it might not be. If it's like something, as you say, like League of Legends, for instance, where it's its own built-in little browser where you can view the store and all that kind of thing, then I can sort of see how it would work. But I don't understand. I think I just don't understand why they've made it different to the consoles, when the consoles have already got a browser for servers in place. It's like it just seems like a bit of extra. I don't get why they don't just put it. Why don't you just have to let you load the game up and view battle log inside the game? I don't know. It could work. But at the moment, it's. I think
for me though, it's not that much of an issue though. I don't know. So we'll find out, bloke. No doubt, we will find out. So that, hilariously or not, brings us to the end of this week's gaming news. Now, there probably is quite a bit of news that we're going to miss, because while we're filming this or recording this, we will be filming it in future. It's Gamescom, so there's loads of news coming out, so we probably missed a few super new bits, but whatever, we've covered most of it. So what I will say is this: make sure you check out unitlost.com, because we're putting a good effort into that to make sure that it features all the new and latest gaming news as fast as possible, and it also has got certain editorials, certain article series on there, like Kiriov's League of Legends series. There's a couple of other series which are starting to be developed as well, so keep your eyes on that. So remember to follow us on Twitter, follow our Steam group, all the links in the description. There's about 300 links in the description by now, but click on them all because they're the best. And no doubt me and Mr. Kirioff will see you again at some time in the near future, unless Kirioff expires. I don't know, maybe he's got some kind of underlying medical condition he doesn't know about.
Not that I know of, but thanks for speaking my paranoia.
I've been Stylos, and he's Kirioff. We'll catch you next time, people. Toodaloo.